Hi there, this is Chris from MoneyHub, and this video looks at Opinion World. What we're going to do is walk through how to sign up for it and just point out some of the things you need to know to make sense of this survey site. So every survey site's slightly different, and I'm going to talk through some of the finer points so you can understand whether or not Opinion World's right for you. So first up here is we're going to put in some standardized information. Of course, this isn't real people, and we've just put this here to show you the process of signing up to kind of give some insights there. And once you've completed these things, it's very specific to Australia. But what they really care about is your age as well as your location, uh, as well as your gender, because that all drives the survey sort of programming. Now, you do have to do some annoying captures, and from memory, these ones do go on a bit. So, unfortunately, that is unpleasant. But you only have to do it once, and you don't have to do it for every further sign up later on to be able to do surveys. We go next on that one, and there are more. This is one of the longer versions. Right, and there's more after that. And then once done, we'll be able to get inside. So, of course, these survey sites get a lot of people signing up, and a lot of them are from overseas. And so they want to make sure that, VPNs are very strict, that it's just Australians only doing it. So that's why we're putting together this video to show you exactly how it works and sort of how robust the process is. So once you're in, that's very useful. And then you need to activate it. So you're going to be sent an email, and you need to click on that to activate it. It does take a couple of minutes sometimes. And then that will come through. We're just going to resend, and then we're straight on with that. There it is. So you activate there, and you'll get 25 bonus points. Now, it's around 500 points for $10 from memory, although we'll check that. So it's not hugely material, or it's not a huge amount, but of course all these add up. So just be aware that you will get sort of small bonuses as you complete your background information. Now, what you need to do here is first thing is make sure you understand, why these companies do what they do. Why do they pay you in voucher codes, in voucher points for your time? And the answer is really to learn how you transact, learn how you shop, and it's all of the above there, because they are very, very thorough in what they do. And this is why background information is very critical to filling it out correctly. And then you can see a further question there. And then want to maximize your earnings, you'll need to tell Opinion World about yourself. And the reason is because they want to be able to target people correctly. There's no point targeting you if you say your income is low and when you're a high income, because your spending patterns will be completely different. So make sure you answer this. Who's that in charge of the household's shopping? And what pets do you have? This is another a big consumer spend. And so it's always valuable to understand these things up front. So make sure the information is correct and it's locked in. Right, and then you've got another 25 points there, and you can go now and you can see the profile. There's a new member challenge. Sometimes these pop up all the time, and you'll get these by submitting background information. So they do take some time. So they'll put estimates here of around 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And then for that reason, the points are kind of, adjusted largely by the time that things are expected to take. And then here we are. If you just have a look, you need to complete 3 surveys within 7 days, and you'll get that 50 bonus points. And then if you carry on, we can just have a look throughout the site now. Now that we're in, and you can see that it's kind of like a Qantas frequent flyer program somewhat, or a loyalty thing. The more you contribute, the more surveys that you do, the higher that you go up, and that really means that you'll get bonuses on the points that you earn. So be aware that they really want you to be a long-term member. They don't want you coming in and going out after a couple of surveys, and that's a way that they do it, through just loyalty and you know, increasing the amount that you'll earn based on how much you're going to contribute overall in the long term. So the more you do, the more you'll be rewarded. Now, carrying on here, there's some background things which need to be sorted out. And you can see down here we're only 14% complete. Now the reason is they want people to be as comprehensive as possible with their answers so they can properly target people. So this is why you need to talk about your cars, your investing, your shopping habits for everything else, pets, things like that, magazines, utilities, what power company you have, what internet company you have, what phone plan, etc., etc. And so just be aware that these are like really important to fill out so that you can get the proper surveys and then maximize the number of points that you earn. Now, you have to read these things very carefully. This is just background information here. And so this is for electronics, like, what gadgets or what devices do you use? So it does require some quite fine reading to making sure that you're selecting, for making sure that you're selecting things properly, and just go through that as you need and submit things as you have them. Don't make up stuff that you have, which you haven't, or don't plan, or actually absolutely haven't got, because that's going to prompt surveys, and if you can't answer them, then they're not going to see you as reliable, and then you'll probably get less surveys as a result. So you need to talk about your shopping, you need to talk about charities if you want to, what activities do you regularly do, and it's just really building out this information so they can, as I said, properly target you for things, and target you in a good way, not target you in a negative way. But just being aware that this is how they do it, by you filling out your background information. So you can see here that slowly these things come together, and you will earn points, the more that you do, and it's going to help you. Now here you can see some of the options. So yeah, 500 points is a $10 PayPal card. So if you're doing a survey for a 50 points, that's going to be worth around $1. How long does that take? That could take around 20 minutes. So here you go. You can see 60 points. You can see 40 points. So those are basically the prices there. So, or sorry, the value of the points. So it's going to come down to what you preference, but that's how the dashboard works, and that's all the options available. There's lots to do in it. If you do have any questions about Opinion World, please leave them down below in the comments. We're highly responsive to them, and we want our guides to be as comprehensive as possible. So that would really help us to properly ascertain like what else coverage we need to do, or what other things we should publish. Thanks so much for watching, and best of luck with your online survey work.